Hi guys, my name is Grace, and today we're going to do an experiment with 3 simple ingredients. The first one's milk, the second one is soap, and the third one is food coloring. So first let's talk about milk. Does anyone know some of the components that make up milk?
Water.
Water.
Vitamins.
Vitamins.
Minerals.
Minerals, yes.
And
Let me give you a hint on one of them. So you know how there's different types of milk, like there's 1% and 2%? What do those percentages measure?
Fat.
fat.
Fat?
Fat.
Okay, and then one more thing in milk?
Protein.
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 Awesome. So here we have milk. Next we'll talk about soap. So soap is bipolar. Bi means 2 and polar just means like ends. So each molecule of soap has 2 ends, a hydrophobic end and a hydrophilic end.
What do those words mean?
Great question, Hannah. So hydrophobic has the word phobic in it, which is kind of like phobia. So does anyone know what a phobia is?
I think that means when you're scared of something.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
a fear.
Yeah.
And what does hydro mean?
Water.
Yeah. So if hydrophobic is water fearing and hydrophilic is the opposite, what do we think hydrophilic means?
Water.
Water
Liking.
loving.
Loving.
Yeah, those words. So our hydrophilic end likes water, and that end of the soap is going to dissolve in water, but the hydrophobic end doesn't like water, but it likes one of the things in milk. So what are our 5 things that make up milk?
Water.
Cows.
Not cows, but that was a really good try, Hannah.
Proteins.
Protein,
Fats.
fats, and 2 more.
Vitamins and minerals.
Yeah. So if you had to guess, which of those 5 things does soap like?
Maybe the fat.
Yeah. Does anyone have an example of when soap tries to attach to fat? Yes.
I do. Whenever I'm helping to cook and I get oil and stuff on my hands or like butter, when I just run them under the water, it stays on my hands, but when I use soap, it comes off.
Awesome. That was a really good example.
Thanks, Grace.
Do you have an example?
Well, my mom uses soap to wash the dirty pots and pans.
Yeah. So in both of these examples, the soap attaches to those fat molecules, and that's what gets them off the pans and off your hands. All right. Okay, so now let's do our experiment. Can you put 1 drop of this food coloring there in there? And can you put 1 drop here in here?
Yeah.
What if I make a mess?
Just 1 drop, Grace?
Whoa.
Yep.
I have green. Do you like the color green, Grace?
Yeah.
Wait, do the other color. Oh, well, you can use all the colors.
Yeah.
Wow, I love colors.
Oh, I accidentally put 2.
That's okay.
Can I put 2?
Yeah, you can put 2.
Okay. 1.
Okay, so if I take this Q-tip and I just touch it to the center of the milk, is anything going to happen?
No, it'll just soak it up.
It'll soak it all up.
So what about if I put soap on the Q-tip and I touch it to the center of the milk? What do we think is going to happen?
Well, we know that the soap is going to attach to fat, right? So maybe it'll, like, move it around.
That's a really good guess, Hannah. Let's see what happens.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. So it's making the things move away, and if we put them near.
Wow! That's so cool! Can I try, Grace?
Yeah.
Can I have a Q-tip with soap?
Yes. So, what we see is happening here is that the hydrophobic end of the soap that doesn't like water, it likes to grab onto the fat molecules. And since there's fat molecules in milk, as you put the soap tip in the milk, it's going to move around to try to get to those fat molecules. And what's in the way?
The food.
The food coloring.
The food coloring. So as it's moving around to try to get to those fat molecules, it's taking the food coloring with it. And that's why we have this super cool experiment.
Wow, Grace, this is really cool.
Awesome. Do you guys have any questions?
No.
Great. Well, that was a fun experiment. Thanks for doing this with me.
Thank you, Grace.